Welcome to the May 10th, 2011 meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have a roll call, please?
Authority members: Friedman.
Here.
Manukian.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Karazian.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Chairman Quintero.
Here. May we have your report?
The agenda for the May 10th, 2011 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, May 5th, 2011 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next?
There are no minutes. Oral communications.
I have one card. Herbert Milano.
Good afternoon, Chair Quintero, members of the Housing Authority, and city staff. My name is Herbert Milano. Last week, I've attended a meeting of the Planning Commission, who were taking up the issue of variances for the parking at Duran Gardens and other issues having to do with the approval of this project, which is a low-income housing project for 60 units on 2 acres of land. That project received a $5.4 million subsidy from set-aside funds. And my concerns today deal with bringing to light an opportunity that I think was lost in this process. This was 2 acres, very close to 2 acres of land that could have been a park. And during the years, I have brought to you the issue of having an adequate parkland for South Glendale. This is an area that has less than half an acre of parkland per 1,000 residents. And I've been told again and again that there are no opportunities for parks of sufficient size. No, there is one right there. But of course, they never come to light. They never really recognize the fact that there are opportunities out there. It's just that it requires a significant amount of initiative to remember that there are communities with very high densities and with a significant shortage of parkland that we need to address. And that impacts significantly our quality of life, or the quality of life of all these residents. Sometimes when you think about the fact that you want to maybe assist in the process of providing low-income housing for 60 residents, or providing parkland for maybe 2,000 to 3,000 residents in the near vicinity, is something that should be considered, in my opinion, because as the years go by, that reality will come through, that we will have fewer and fewer opportunities to create the adequate quality of life for so many residents who basically will live in apartments for the rest of their lives. This morning, as I began to pay attention to the budget study session, and how our process is now to diminish the funds that would be available for different types of community development type projects, such as for the support I'm talking about of youth programs. I see this tendency where you have less and less and less money available for these projects that are going to help individuals stay out of trouble, kids that need programs. And of course, you're all faced with having to deal with a significant shortfall, and that shortfall goes right back to the significant pensions and benefits that you have approved. And it's impacting everything. Practically every decision that you're going to be making from now for many years are going to be impacted by those pensions and benefits. And I think we're moving in the wrong direction, that it doesn't really hurt us too much to think about increasing police funding, but at the same time, we're basically removing the opportunities that keep kids and family, out of trouble. Or individuals that may be in need of, let's say, further assistance for home care, but those individuals may eventually, without that home care, may be in need of paramedic service. I mean, you cannot, in my opinion, just look at just the basic cost accounting of a particular department without taking a look at how it impacts the rest of the city's budget. And that's what I want to bring to light, because I cannot imagine how we can basically talk about a fair or equitable government if we are basically extracting the benefits from the people who have the least in the city. I mean, that's, I'm a registered Democrat, and we think about things like that. But this is just not about partisan things. This is about basic morality. That the direction that we're taking is incredibly embarrassing. That at the end of the day, even though most of you received support from fire and police, that at some point in time you have to say, look, we already gave you plenty. At some point in time, our decisions cannot be, we give you more pensions and benefit increases, or we reduce your staff that we need to provide the services. This is crazy. I bring it up to you here because all of these things deal with the quality of life. And I'm not averse about you getting support from police and fire, but at some point in time we have to say, look, the community needs those services so that we can provide the quality of life that these individuals deserve. Thank you very much.
Okay, what's next?
Are there any authority member or staff comments?
Comments? I hear none.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned.
Who do we